The 1970s witnessed a technological revolution. Computers were no longer these massive room-filling machines. They were shrinking, becoming more accessible. This era marked the dawn of the personal computer. Hobbyists and enthusiasts were eager to get their hands on these new machines. The potential was immense, but the software was severely lacking. Someone needed to bridge the gap. Little did the world know, two young men from Seattle were about to do just that. The Altair 8800, released in 1975, became a symbol of this new era. It was a kit computer, meaning users had to assemble it themselves. While primitive by today's standards, the Altair sparked the imagination of countless budding programmers. It was a blank canvas, waiting for the right artists to come along and paint their digital masterpieces. Even before the advent of personal computers, a young Bill Gates was already captivated by the world of technology. Growing up in Seattle, Gates spent countless hours at Lakeside School's computer lab. This wasn't your typical high school computer lab. This was the 1960s, and access to computers was a rare privilege. Gates's fascination with computers quickly blossomed into a full-fledged passion. He devoured every book and magazine he could find on programming. At the tender age of 13, he wrote his first software program. It was a simple game of tic-tac-toe, but it ignited a spark in Gates that would change the course of his life. He had discovered his calling, his purpose, to unlock the potential of computers and bring them to the masses. Fate, it seems, had a grand plan for Bill Gates, one that would change the world forever. At Lakeside School, he crossed paths with Paul Allen, another student who shared his burgeoning passion for computers and technology. Allen, a few years senior to Gates, was already a skilled programmer in his own right, having spent countless hours honing his craft. They bonded over their shared love for technology, spending countless hours in the computer lab, pushing the boundaries of what these early machines could do. Gates and Allen were more than just programming whizzes. They were visionaries with a clear sense of the future. They saw the potential of personal computers to revolutionize the world, envisioning a time when these devices would be ubiquitous. They dreamed of a future where computers wouldn't be confined to research labs or universities, but would be accessible to everyone, in every home and office. This shared dream became the bedrock of their partnership, driving them to innovate and take risks. In 1975, they took a leap of faith and founded a small company called Microsoft, a portmanteau of microcomputer and software, marking the beginning of a new era. Little did they know, this fledgling enterprise would grow into a technological behemoth, shaping the digital landscape for decades to come, influencing countless lives and industries. The Altair 8800's arrival was a watershed moment for Gates and Allen. They recognized its significance immediately. This was their chance to make their mark on the burgeoning world of personal computing. The Altair, however, lacked one crucial element, a proper programming language. This is where BASIC came in. BASIC, short for Beginner's All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code, was a relatively simple programming language, perfect for novice programmers. Gates and Allen saw an opportunity. They decided to create a basic interpreter for the Altair 8800. This interpreter would allow users to write and run basic programs on the Altair, making it far more accessible and user-friendly. The challenge was daunting. They had limited time, resources, and no access to an actual Altair 8800 to test their code on. Section 5. The dynamic duo Gates' business acumen and Allen's technical prowess. The success of Microsoft's early years can be attributed to the unique blend of skills that both Gates and Allen brought to the table. Their partnership was a perfect synergy of business strategy and technical innovation. Bill Gates, with his sharp business acumen and relentless ambition, was the driving force behind Microsoft's growth. His vision for the company was expansive, always looking for new opportunities to expand and dominate the market. He was a natural negotiator, securing crucial deals and partnerships that would propel the company forward. Gates's ability to foresee the potential in emerging technologies was unparalleled. Paul Allen, on the other hand, was the technical genius, the coding virtuoso who brought their software visions to life. His deep understanding of computer science and programming was instrumental in developing groundbreaking software. Their skills complemented each other perfectly. Gates's strategic mind and Allen's technical expertise created a powerful combination that drove Microsoft's early success. Gates's business savvy ensured that Microsoft's software reached a wide audience, while Allen's technical brilliance ensured that the software was top-notch. Together, they were unstoppable. Their first big goal after the Altair was to develop a disk operating system, or OS. This was a monumental task that required both strategic planning and technical prowess. An OS is the software that manages all of a computer's hardware and software resources. It acts as the backbone of the computer, ensuring everything runs smoothly. It's the foundation upon which all other software runs. Without a robust OS, the computer would be unable to function effectively. Gates and Allen knew that if they could create a dominant OS for personal computers, they would be well positioned for future success. Their combined efforts laid the groundwork for what would become one of the most influential companies in the tech industry. Section 6. Navigating treacherous waters, the scourge of software piracy. The early days of personal computing were a wild west, a chaotic frontier where anything seemed possible. There were no established rules, no real industry standards, and certainly no guidelines to follow. One of the biggest challenges that Gates and Allen faced was software piracy, a rampant issue that threatened their vision. Copying software was easy in those days, and many people saw no problem with sharing or even selling pirated copies of Microsoft software. It was a common practice. This was a major threat to their fledgling business, which was still trying to find its footing in a nascent industry. They poured their hearts and souls into developing innovative software, only to see it copied and distributed without their permission, undermining their hard work. Gates and Allen realized that they needed to find a way to protect their intellectual property, to safeguard their creations. They couldn't rely solely on legal means, as the legal framework around software copyright was still in its infancy and largely untested. They needed to find a way to discourage piracy while still making their software accessible to legitimate users, a delicate balance to strike. Their solution was twofold. First, they focused on building a loyal customer base by providing excellent software and customer support, ensuring users saw value in purchasing legitimate copies. Second, they introduced new licensing models, such as per-user licenses, to make it more difficult for people to use pirated copies of their software, thus protecting their business. Section 7. The IBM deal, a pivotal moment in computing history. In 1980, IBM, a giant in the world of mainframe computers, was venturing into the uncharted territory of personal computers. They needed an operating system for their upcoming IBM PC. They approached Microsoft, a relatively small company at the time. What followed was a deal that would change the trajectory of both companies and the entire computing industry. Microsoft didn't actually have a disk operating system ready. However, they knew of a company that did Seattle Computer Products, SCP. Microsoft acquired the rights to SCP's 86 DOS operating system for a reported $50,000. They then adapted and licensed it to IBM, calling it MS-DOS, Microsoft Disk Operating System. The IBM PC was a massive success, and MS-DOS, bundled with every PC, became the de facto standard for personal computers. This deal catapulted Microsoft from a small software developer to a major player in the tech industry. Section 8. From MS-DOS to global dominance. Microsoft's meteoric rise. The success of MS-DOS laid the foundation for Microsoft's meteoric rise. They leveraged their position as the provider of the most popular PC operating system to develop and market a suite of software applications. Word processors, spreadsheets, and presentation software became essential tools for businesses and individuals alike. Microsoft capitalized on this growing demand, releasing products like Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, which quickly became industry standards. In 1985, Microsoft released Windows, a graphical user interface, GUI, that ran on top of MS-DOS. Windows made computers much more user-friendly, replacing clunky command-line interfaces with intuitive icons and windows. With each iteration, Windows became more powerful and feature-rich, solidifying Microsoft's dominance in the PC market. They expanded into new areas such as networking software, web browsers, and gaming consoles. Microsoft's software became ubiquitous, used by billions of people worldwide. Section 9. Microsoft's enduring legacy, shaping the digital world. Microsoft's impact on technology and innovation is undeniable. They played a pivotal role in bringing personal computers to the masses. Their software has empowered individuals, businesses, and institutions, transforming the way we work, communicate, learn, and entertain ourselves. From the early days of basic interpreters to the ubiquitous Windows operating system, Microsoft's products have shaped the digital landscape we know today. Their journey has not been without its challenges and controversies. Antitrust lawsuits, accusations of monopolistic practices, and the rise of mobile computing have tested Microsoft's resilience. However, they have consistently adapted and evolved, remaining a force to be reckoned with in the ever-changing world of technology. As we venture further into the 21st century, Microsoft continues to innovate, exploring new frontiers in artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and quantum computing. Their story is a testament to the power of vision, innovation, and the enduring impact that technology can have on our world.